Hey everybody, welcome to All There Is. I'm your host, Kelly Bargabas. November is Homelessness Awareness Month, and so we've devoted the last couple of episodes to talking about homelessness, and as you know, I have some personal experience with this with my brother. Also, my personal experience inspired me some years ago to begin volunteering at the rescue mission in downtown Syracuse, and so on Sundays, I would go and serve Sunday lunch every week, every other week, something like that. I did it for a few years. I loved it. It was gritty. It was raw. It was, meeting people where they were at, regardless of what causes homelessness or what causes any individual to experience it and to be on the street or to not have enough to feed themselves or their families. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, people are hungry. We live in a country where we have the means to feed them, and that's it. Really, there's not much more to it than that. And so I loved these few years that I spent at the rescue mission serving Sunday dinner to folks who came in week after week. And I'm going to share with you today a personal essay that I wrote several years ago that was inspired by a day serving Sunday lunch. This particular piece was published online at merliterary.com. It's MER literary.com, and it is the Momig Review. I've had several pieces published in their different anthologies over the years. This particular essay was published in their online journal in April of 2020, and it's called All There Is. The receptionist who collects the tickets unlocks the front door. The narrow hallway fills up. The line is organized and orderly for the most part. They only get rowdy when someone takes too long to load their tray. "Good morning, how are you?" I ask. Such an asinine question. How good could they be? They're here for lunch. I'm sure things could be better, but I ask anyway. I always try to smile, look them in the eye. I want them to know I see them. They're not invisible, not to me. I care. This absurd question, "How are you?" a feeble attempt of acknowledgement, of witnessing each other in the course of a day, falls short. I'm still surprised that most people respond to my question at all, much less ask me how my day is going. I never complain about the weather or how lousy I might be feeling or how busy I am. How could I? "What's that?" he asks. "Bologna." "Is it pork?" "Yes, it is." "Is this all there is? I don't eat pork." "I have some corned beef." I don't tell him that it looks old. The edges have turned a shade of brown that makes me uncomfortable. "I'll take it," he sighs and moves on to the soup. "Geez, you think they'd be grateful," the volunteer to my left says under her breath. Today's the 5th, the beginning of the month. The poor just got their checks and food stamps on the 3rd, so it'll be a lighter crowd today. You can tell the street people from the poor. The poor have a place to live, just not enough money to feed themselves for the whole month. The street people have a wild look in their eyes, their unwashed skin, their matted hair, their clothes, the way they hold their things. They come in alone, always on guard, protecting their space, their food. The street people are quiet. The poor come in groups, and they're noisy, always talking over each other, yelling at their kids, fighting with their neighbors. They'll come back next week when their money and food stamps are gone, but the street people are always here. No address, no check. "Same old shit every day," he says. "We had bologna yesterday," the next in line says. I smile. I try to say I'm sorry with a look, but I know it falls short. "Can I have extra meat?" another asks. "No," I cringe. "I can't. We have to make sure we have enough for everyone." I hate to say no. When was the last time I went a day without food? What must it be like to not know where your next meal would come from? To not know the next time you would be full? What is it like to know hunger? Any answer I attempt for myself falls short. I've seen this one here before. He comes in alone. He doesn't notice my smile. He doesn't hear my hello. He takes the sandwich. He takes the soup. I don't blame him for skipping the macaroni salad. The scarce noodles are swimming in mayonnaise. He stops. He stares at the 2 pieces of white bread with a slice of bologna on his plate. He looks at the bowl of broth. He glances back at the serving line, looking for something else, something he may have missed. His face falls when he realizes that he didn't miss anything. His eyes wander, unsure where to look next. He hesitates before he moves toward the tables, lost in the knowing that this is all there is. Thanks for listening today. Thanks for listening to that piece. I hope it moved you the way that it moved me. And stay tuned. Our next couple of episodes, we are going to continue to explore this topic of homelessness. And I will be sharing some really exciting news about a project that my artist husband and I have been working on to help promote awareness, to give a voice to the powerless, to give a voice to the homeless in America. So tune in next week and we'll have more details about that and some news on how you can participate. Again, thank you. Visit kellybargabas.com for past episodes to reach out to me. Please share, subscribe, and like this podcast if it moves you. Thanks again. Take care.